Well, I get a little chance in with Iona because she's obsessed with Humpty Dumpty at the moment. Like, not just the song and the nursery rhyme or whatever it is, but the actual story itself. Like, she keeps every day. It's like, who is Humpty? Why was he on the wall? What happened after they couldn't put him back together again? And each time I've had to like just elaborate a bit further just to keep it interesting for myself. So at first it was like, oh, he's an egg. He fell off. He got cracked.
But why is he an egg? Like, has she asked that? Why is he an egg?
No.
I'm happy to ask further questions to prepare you for next time. Okay, why is Humpty Dumpty a sentient egg in the first place?
Witch's curse.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
He stole. All right.
Yeah. Well, you and Iona, easy audience. You and my 2.5-year-old.
That was much better than I was expecting. This is great. Okay. So, what did he do to the witch to be turned into an egg?
He stole eggs from her farm. So in an ironic punishment, she turned him into a giant egg.
Excellent.
Excellent. But he works. He's a labourer. He works around his local town. Building things. And because this is what Iona asked: is why was he up the wall? Mm-hmm. And I said he's on his lunch break, and he decided to just go up and sit on this wall and just like eat a sandwich and look out over the town.
What sort of sandwiches does Humpty Dumpty eat?
Oh, that's a good question. Scotch egg. Scotch egg sandwich.
That's on the nose,
disgusting.
Yeah.
Well,
egg shall not eat egg. Surely.
Does Humpty Dumpty just have the appearance of an egg? Or if you crack that shell, is there blood and guts in there? Or is it just a yolk? Is he a sentient yolk?
But surely if he's working in the construction industry, Charlie, he's got to be a hard-boiled egg. Like, the construction industry is no place for, like, just a regular egg.
Well, they said they couldn't put him back together again, though. So if he was hard-boiled, would he have fallen apart?
Yeah, I mean, if you fall off a wall, right?
Yeah.
And you fall apart, a hard-boiled egg is still hard to get put back together again.
Do you think a hard-boiled egg would actually...
I mean, if he was an actual egg, right, like a yolky like egg, then they wouldn't even attempt to put him back together again. You get to the wall and Humpty Dumpty's fallen down. There's no way that you're looking at that going, we can fix this.
Well, here's
all
what
the
happened.
King's horses and all the King's men.
Yeah, because Iona, that's the bit that troubles her the most, is the fact that the King's horses and the King's men just fucking gave up on Humpty. Yeah. Like, just gave up. Oh, we can't do it. Sorry. And so she's always like, well, what happened? Well, they just left him there, those fucking pricks. She didn't say those words, but that's the emotion behind it. And I'm like, well, yes, they realized that they were ill-equipped to put him back together, and the horses especially. Like, have you ever tried to put like a shell back together with hooves? Impossible. So they called the hospital. By the time they got...
Do they call the hospital as well?
No, they call the hospital. They're not the veterinary hospital. They're taking him to an egg-human hybrid hospital. It's a specialist ward. So they take him to the hospital. But then I say the doctor...
We need a surgeon and we need a chef right now.
So the doctor was able to put him back together again. And it turns out it was just a hairline fracture. So it wasn't even... He didn't need plaster or anything. They were able to just sort of put the pieces back in place and send him home. And you know what? He woke up the next day and felt great. Then one of the King's horses came around because he felt so bad. And he took him like some breakfast to say, hey, man, I'm really sorry we couldn't put you back together again. And then they went out and they played like 18 holes of golf and had a really good day. And he was fine. Golf, yeah.
A horse and an egg went and played golf together.
Look, I'm no children's book writer, but look out for it soon. The golfing horse and egg. I mean, like every other Australian entertainer, I'm going to release a children's book.
Is there a chance that Humpty Dumpty didn't fall off the wall? Like, what I'm hearing is that Humpty Dumpty, well, I didn't even think about being pushed. Maybe this is...
Couldn't keep his bloody mouth shut. Humpty Dumpty's seen too much.
Right? Because, like, I mean, if it was just a hairline fracture, then, like, come on. The King's men and horses could have had a crack at putting him back together again. This feels like a conspiracy. This feels like a cover-up. Like, Humpty Dumpty knows too much, right?
Is it that scene in is it The Dark Knight or Batman Begins where he's holding the gangster above the ground? The guy's like, that fall's not going to kill me. And he's like, it's not meant to. He just wants to send a message.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. To quote another Batman movie, if you're going to make an omelette, you got to crack some eggs, you know?
Which Batman movie was that?
Isn't that in like Batman in like the original Batman?
The Tim Burton
movie,
one,
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, before he smashes her.
That's right.
Jerry Hall's mask.
Some eggs and then smashes the mask. Right.
Right. It all finally ties in together. To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/TOFOP.